Mark Pavidis with AK Products. Want to show you guys our new 10 scale release and kind of why we came about where we're at today. As you can see here, this has been the traditional wheel tire foam combination of what everyone's running today, everything that's legal. But you know, everyone at AK, we always look at things and what can we do to make it better for the customers. So one of the things that we wanted to do, we talked to a lot of people that are out there. One of the easiest things is people like the way that the 8 scale type bead glues to the wheel much easier. And as you can see here, this type of bead, the 8 scale bead, has a lot more surface area to glue to than say this type. Most people that are gluing these standard types are only gluing to this outside diameter and they're not getting all the way down in there. So that was the reason behind that. The foam's a little bit smaller, becomes a little bit lighter. The whole assembled tire, wheel, and foam is roughly about 5% lighter than say a standard similar type tread design in the newer type. So basically, a lot of questions have been asked already on Facebook and internet. Well, why is it different? Really, the wheel, if you take the overall diameter, which is this diameter here, and then our gluing diameter that we're going to glue to, the two are exactly the same. So when a lot of people say, well, you know, it's not legal, it's not legal. Well, how do you determine the rules? So that was one of the things, you know, seeing is believing, and these two diameters are what you're gluing, you know, gluing to here. They're exactly the same width. That was another key thing that we wanted to do. Our newer wheel is much stiffer than the old wheel. They also come pre-vented, so no more punching holes in wheels, stuff like that. You know, as of right now, all the first tread design that we have is in the slingshot design, and as we develop the line, we're going to have a full 10 scale line for the new EVO wheels by the end of the year. So a little bit describing kind of the history of kind of where we've come, you know, through 10 scale off-road racing. Again, a lot of people question, well, why are you doing this EVO line? What makes it so different? I just want to show you guys kind of where we all started off from and where we're at today. So here you can see this is one of the early 10 scale tires and wheels back in the early 70s. Real small wheel, used the same type of mounting bead that is currently being used today, where it's kind of the tongue and groove type bead. That's what's been used today. A little bit further down the line, you have a 2-inch wheel. This was used back in the early 90s, back when IFMAR went to Australia for the World Championships. Yokomo introduced a 2.2 type wheel, very similar to this, using a 3-piece wheel. This was very popular back in the early 80s. Again, used a similar type bead mounting to what we have today, but that's really why the current bead is designed the way it is because back then they used a bolt together type wheel. A couple years down the line, everyone was kind of, oh, we need something a little more lightweight. So they went from something that was 3-piece to a single-piece wheel, a lot lighter, used the same type of mounting bead into a 1-piece wheel. And this is the new EVO wheel that we decided, hey, let's take it one more step, kind of the evolution of where we're at with 10 scale off-road. Let's make things even easier for the consumer, make it an easier glue bead using the 8 scaled wheel bead, and again, use the same mounting diameter as what we have today.